Hello and thank you for watching the Cardboard Dungeon. My name is Pat and today I'm looking at a new upcoming X-Wing product from Tyler Tinsley and Tinderbox Entertainment called the Cargo Bay. This is designed as an all-inclusive storage solution for transporting, setting up, and taking down your X-Wing ships and templates and tokens and dice and cards and everything you need when you go play in an X-Wing tournament or event. So first, before I get into this overview, I want to say that I did not receive any money for this review. The only thing I did receive was a early version of the product itself at no cost. So take that, bear that in mind as you listen to my review. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. Hopefully that does come through. But I really do appreciate Tyler Tinsley approaching me and asking if I'd be interested in doing this. I'm always on the lookout for new X-Wing related products, and I like to share that stuff with you guys as I can. So let's take a look at it. I've got what you're looking at here is the Cargo Bay itself. It is a small footprint wooden box. I got it next to some X-Wings and the Millennium Falcon for scale. Now, this is going to hit Kickstarter on October 16th. You might be watching this a few days early. I do have a link. You can go look at the preview of the Kickstarter page right now, so go ahead and check that out for more information. I'm just going to give a short overview of what the product is for you in this video, but there's much more information on the Kickstarter page itself. Now, this is fully assembled. It was assembled when I received it. What you will get if you decide to back the project on Kickstarter is going to be an unassembled Cargo Bay box. There is a video with assembly instructions on that Kickstarter website, so you can go check that out. I can't really speak to assembly. It is very sturdy. It looks like it goes together pretty easily. It's engineered well from what I can see. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, but if you really absolutely hate having to put anything together yourself, keep that in mind. So you've got this small box. Now it pulls out into 3 parts, and what you have is a nicely segmented storage container for all of your dice and tokens and cards and maneuver dials and asteroids and all the other little things that you have to have in order to play a game of X-Wing. Then there's also a very nice template stand where you can put your maneuver templates and organize them very neatly, and I really appreciated this feature. I don't know if you guys are like this, but when I play X-Wing, about halfway through the game, my templates are everywhere. I feel like I'm wasting my opponent's time because I don't remember where my 2 straight or, a certain template went, and they're on both sides of the play mat, and I'm just really messy with templates. So this holds them very nicely, organizes them nicely. You can pop your template out, make your maneuver, pop it right back in. Everything's always exactly where you want it to be, and it doesn't take up much table space, which is great as well. And you can leave a lot of your other components in the storage tray, like your damage deck and tokens and stuff like that, and pull them out as needed during gameplay, so you don't have a big pile of stuff on the table while you're playing. And then, in addition, what I think is the most fascinating feature of the Cargo Bay, although it's also the one I'm most undecided on as far as the full extent of its usefulness goes, is if you look at the top of the box itself, you can actually slot your ships right in here. And it's engineered in such a way that the small base ships actually, the little nubs on the front and the back of the ship plastic bases, have little holes in the side wall that they pop into, as well as there's extensions around the 4 walls of each of the 3 sections on top of this thing that hold the bases in place nicely. And then if you have a large base ship, those same extensions actually just touch each side of the base to keep it from sliding around and falling off. Now, this is absolutely fantastic for putting your ships on top of this, putting all your stuff away, popping the box back together, and transporting between tables and between mats at a tournament. As far as other transportation goes, like actually carrying my squadron out, putting it in my car, driving to wherever the event is, taking it out, carrying it outside and stuff, it makes me a little bit nervous just to have the ships out in the open. Now, I will say, this holds the ships in really well. There's very little danger that they're going to fall off of this thing as long as you're holding it upright. But the large ships like the Falcon and the bigger ships, they do recommend taking a peg out and lowering them down just to balance out their center of gravity a little bit. You know, I probably, for myself, I wouldn't, if I'm going on if it's a long trip to the event or whatever, I would feel more comfortable to have my ships safely inside some kind of a carrying box or something. Now, unfortunately, the cargo bay does not facilitate this. You can't really get your ships inside. There's not a lot of space in there. So that's the one knock that I would have against this. The ship carrying feature is fantastic when you're in the event. It's really great. I used to always have my big plastic box, and I would throw all my stuff on top of it, including my ships, and then carefully pick it up. And, you know, there's nothing at all preventing anything from sliding off. Pick it up and walk to the next table or wherever, and it's very awkward. This fixes all of that. This is fantastic for being at the event itself. I will use this, and I really do. It's very nicely done. But as far as full transportation for your squadrons and stuff, it might not be ideal. Just because the ships are exposed to the elements. I mean, if it's raining outside or, you know, snowing or anything like that, depending on what area of the world you live in, that's going to be a problem as well. So just keep that in mind, that I think the trade-off, the sacrifice for having such a small footprint, which I do appreciate, is that you really don't have protective carrying function for your ships. But that really is the only negative I have to say about the cargo bay. I think everything else about it is fantastic, and like I said, the ship carrying feature is great when you're in the room for the tournament itself. And I'm going to be making use of this thing all the time, pretty much, when I just need to pop a squadron together and go play at my local game store. So if this looks like something that you are interested in that might work for you or you know, be good for your X-Wing needs, I highly recommend you look at the Kickstarter. Like I said, there's a link on this video. The Kickstarter project goes live on October 16th. It's going to retail for $35 American, which I think is a good value compared to a lot of other storage solutions and things that I've seen. Solid quality product, highly recommended. All right, as always, thanks for watching the Cardboard Dungeon, and we'll see you next time.